YouTube and welcome back to my channel, and I'm doing lots of talking with my hands, to Wine and Whips number 25. Oh my god, why are you so struggling focusing, camera? So I'm going with a slightly different route. I am not using my phone to do the recording, as you can probably tell. Reason being, this area around here and my desk is more of a mess than what is behind me. So, good god, camera, come on. Let's see if... Yeah? So the whole idea behind Wine and Whips was I was never going to really edit anything in except the pictures, so you're going to have to deal with this. So, for the first time in a long time, we are actually having some wine. In the shiny new glass. Resting witch face, because I am a witch. As the shiny necklaces to show. Okay, so I'm back from family holiday. This is the 4th day back actually, so I've had a weekend to myself. If you have not watched that vlog, then I'm going to show you a couple of things that I have been doing that were already included in that vlog. Of course, ooh, geez. I'm going to show you my whips first, as always. I do have only one guest appearance today, and it is our friend Captain Thundercrash, or Sky. Oh, I can't remember. I'm sorry, I'm terrible with usernames at the minute. I'm very tired. I haven't slept properly for about a week. Most people go away and sleep and relax. I relax so much that my brain now goes, you don't need to sleep, you're relaxed. So, do you remember this? Yes, you do. If you watched the last Wine and Whips anyway. So I finally completely finished the first signature. I had to change it around a bit because originally there was all of this mess. Ooh, this is actually the start of the second signature. As one signature, and it just wasn't working properly. So I've compacted it down into this. I now need to make some more tea-dyed paper because this was most of my tea-dyed paper, and there is now a butt-ton load of scraps. Now they're all going to get used because you know me, I don't, you know, unless it's slivers of paper that are so thin that you can't actually use them. I mean, let me show you an example of what I do. This kind of stuff. Now, most people would think that little piece is too thin to be used on anything. What are you doing keeping that? Well, I'm just going to go get you a box, which I have is a completed project, but still. And I will show you. And here we go. So, this box is one I completed ages ago. And this tiny little bit of decoration is one of these. From the same page, actually. And yeah, just used it like that around the edge. I mean, in fact, I could. But anyway, this is a box I completed a while ago. It was a decoupage box, obviously, and I got this lovely Wicked Spirits thing with some... Like I said, I bought a load of Halloween stuff one year, and I just didn't use it, and now I've got loads of Halloween stuff and no idea where to use it on, so that's why this has ended up looking like this. And this is, like I said, this is one of my projects. Excuse me. It was full to bursting with old USB sticks from my channel when I didn't have external hard drives. And I've always wanted to neaten it up. And I have loads of this spare foam board because I was doing my doll project, which is now in among all this mess here because that still needs to be sorted out. I was like, you know what? I have some spare papers. I always have spare papers, scrap papers in this case. And I have a load of scrap foam board. Oh, I'll find out later. So, I've used the pieces of the foam board to separate out the hard drive, the little USB sticks. Of course, it does mean that I can now only, because I also made this cool little, I think it's cool, sue me. Actually don't. No, you could. All you'd get is a massive load of cuddly toys, which are worth next to nothing. So, I mean, of course, you're not having Evelyn. She was a gift. Therefore, does not count. And I did, like, I keep corks, because have you ever heard of the folklore that comes around these things? Now, technically, I should put a 50p piece in them, so I cut it down and put a 50p piece, but you never throw corks away, unless you recycle them, obviously. And these two, that one's from my 21st birthday, and this one is from my 25th. Oh dear, everything's getting a bit funny. And obviously I have got my Curious Pastimes little torch. It no longer works, the batteries run out. And so yeah, this little drawer sits very neatly on top, like so. So it does mean that there is now so many more USB sticks around my house that need to get sorted, but it means I have more reasons to buy little wooden boxes or reuse boxes from stuff to, so yeah, that was a finished project. Anyway, back to what we were originally talking about, which was the junk journal, my junk journal. So yeah, I've got loads of just tea-dyed papers. Now, obviously, as you may not know, I've not really talked about how much, I am on a huge Mortal Kombat 11 kick. I love Mortal Kombat. I'm making a Jade cosplay, though I have not done much with it because I just don't have the motivation at the moment. I've done one thing and you'll see a picture of that soon. But, so, yes. Blank pages, there's going to be loads of writing because I write lots. So this is one of the Sub-Zero pages because it's got my little cross. It's blue, got bits of paper that I've stitched in with the red. Now the reason I do that is because my friend Anna, who I work with, will be able to tell you about this. But we have a lovely little theory about Scorpion and Sub-Zero. So the red and the blue work really well. And then again, using scrap bits of paper, because I figure Kuai Liang Sub-Zero is a reader. So, paper. Blank page, blank page, blank page. Now I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but there's some very pale writing on there. I've stamped on it. And then on the inside, this is upside down. I have just realised. Let me fix that. So actually, there's, when I was doing the stamping for everything, I have a separate piece of paper now that I stamp on first, because to take it off so it doesn't go all the way through the paper like it did in my steampunk one. And then I've cut that up and turned it into a tuck spot, and we have a picture of a Japanese bridge. It's not in focus. And a geisha lady selling sake. Blank page, blank page, blank page, blank page, more blank pages. Here we go, back to, this represents Frost, because she is a cyborg in the new one, so I have actually got a little motherboard from an old Xbox 360 USB stick, funny enough. And that's the same thing again. I have a little bit of, focus. Today. So that's a bit of leftover from something else I've been working on, and that is a nice little geisha tuck spot. And then blank page, blank page, blank page. Again, I've done this upside down. I can't believe this. Gosh, I'm a terrible person. So the other page for that, oh god, have I done that? I have, haven't I? Nope, everything's right way up. I've stitched some, again, tea-dyed paper to kind of do a tuck spot if I want to put like a picture or something there. And then I've stamped on both sides a little lantern to use as a file folder, and then there's another icicle. Okay, so that is a finished signature to go in there, which I have so much more to do. Ah, no. Oh dear. Anyway, oh Oh dear. So the other ones that I have done, this is the start of the second signature. So I've stitched a picture of geishas. This is the top half of that other piece. It was a bookmark, but it's too big to go in here. And then there's another tiny little, it's just a little letter. I love the idea behind tuck spots. And then I did do some stamping on that page. I need to actually remind myself to make some paper clips the same way I did for the steampunk one. And then the next one is stamping, and then got this, I think it's a commandment, an edict, I can't remember. I got it from a pack, and again I have stitched it together to the page to make a tuck spot, and I'm really proud of this piece here. So obviously we got another bookmark, because there was 4 bookmarks with the pack that I bought, but this is really cute. So I folded it up. It's a tiny little pamphlet, and I've done it on the other side so I can write my own little pamphlet bits. Oh wait, no, it's a letter, so yeah, it's a letter, so I thought that was so cute. Anyway, so that's that bit. Here's the rest of the overstuffed signature. Now, the idea behind junk journals is you reuse as much as you can, hence why there is a motherboard in my thing as well as for frost. I didn't deliberately do that. I took it apart so I could actually recycle the plastic bits, and then I saw that and was like, ooh, I want to keep that. So hence why I have a paper bag with a blank tuck spot there, and another one just there. The next page is quite difficult for me to actually hold up, so I did some stenciling and some corners where I made some tags, and then on the inside I've done a tuck spot with a stamp there and a little tuck spot stamped there. Comes with, again, letter, an actual scanning of an old style newspaper, a photo of a fisherman, a Japanese 1 peso. I don't think that's correct. I think that's been doctored, but I have backed it out with coffee dyed paper because I've got so much of it left, because I've had to cut A4 pages down to fit in this book, and I'm not 100% sure what this is, but it's really cute and I love it. But again, I've backed it in coffee dyed paper so I can write on the back of it. That bit. Next page I have worked on. It's blank mostly, and then on one side I have die cut this and stamped it so I can write on it, and then the next page is just a tiny little tuck spot with another one of those back bits so I can write an anecdotal thing. Now this is my favourite piece. Stamping on the inside. The back has a tuck spot, but I really like what I've done with this. Again, I've backed it in coffee dyed paper, or tea dyed paper in this case, and it's another newspaper print. So the idea was that Hanzo has been keeping particular pieces of newspaper, folding them up and putting in his journal. Yeah, I know. This is a double pocket envelope that I got with this. I think it's called a Tawai. I can't remember. It's a New Zealand spearhead. But what I've done is I've washi taped the bottom so it doesn't come over. I've stuck a butterfly on it. There is a tiny little bit of like ephemera behind there that you can't get access to. This was a die cut thing, so I was recycling. I got a tiny little die cut. It's like that big. It was £1.50, and it came with this little card. And I was like, oh, what can I do with that? So I backed it the outside with this lovely lotus and koi, and then on the inside I have put some more coffee dyed paper or tea dyed paper so that I have a little card notebook. And then again I stitched together an actual notebook without all the spare pieces, which I should think about doing again, because as I've showed you before, I have absolutely loads. I didn't show you all this. I have loads of spare bits of tea-dyed paper right now. So if anyone wants some, I mean this bit here, I'm going to plan to make an actual page with it. So like have these pieces and then put like, stitch some extra pieces on like that. I think that'd be really cool and interesting, but that's not for right now. Anyway, so that is, like these are going to be pages that will go into the signatures, but they're not yet. I still have loads of little bits. Like this is the original size of the bookmarks, so I've had to cut them down quite extremely, and use the excess. When I say I use all the excess, look at how tiny. I do not get rid of anything if I can help it. I try and reuse everything or recycle it. Okay, cool. So let's get on to the stuff that I have finished. There's only going to be 2 pictures and a photograph from a friend. A photograph, I see. A drawing from a friend. So let's go to that, shall we? So as promised, here is James's dragon. Her name is Frost, spelt with a Y. She is an ice dragon. Very nice design. I do quite like the way the talons work. I think you've improved a lot from your last drawing, though I think maybe a little bit more work on the eye positioning. I mean, I can't talk. I'm not like hugely good at proportions or anything like that. So, but I always try and I know where they should go and I'm terrible at it. But I do really like this design and I would like to see more of her. Maybe even in some of her actual frosty surroundings. This is where you get to see what I mean about I understand roughly where everything goes, but it doesn't actually go where I think it goes. So, this was a drawing for my stables. I haven't drawn horses for a really long time, so I'm kind of just happy that I got one done. I'm not going to say much more of that. I'm not proud of it. I did like the way I did the background, but it didn't quite work out properly in the long run. But at least I gave it a go. So the final art project that I actually managed to get finished was this Crystal Contagion SCP. This is what I figure a creature that has been touched by the crystal will eventually turn into. I've never done crystal creatures before. It was a nice change of pace. I haven't done anything like this before. I hoped I would like it more and be better, because sometimes I have this idea in my head, and when I have a really strong visual in my head, I tend to be able to somehow get it out of my head onto paper, or, you know, computer in this case. Unfortunately, this time I did not manage to do what I wanted to do with it. I'm still happy with it overall. I learnt some new techniques and it's something that I will eventually improve on. And this year isn't being good for my drawings. Like normally I've done like more than this. Hello Loki. But I haven't really this year. I need to kind of pick up on that. This year I've mostly been doing mixed media and stuff like that. So as promised, a very quick overview of the art journal that I started while I was away with the family. I tried to do a lot more abstract stuff and I still haven't finished that bit with the hand. But yeah, that's literally all I did. Quite proud of it, but yeah, that's it. Okay guys, so it's been a lot of me rambling about junk journals and all sorts of crap, but that is what Wine and Whips is all about. It's been a bit longer than it normally is, about 17 minutes, 18, maybe closer to 20 by the time I'm finished, but it's nice to have a long one of these every now and again, isn't it? So, if you've enjoyed this video, please do like, comment, subscribe. If you want to be involved in the next Wine and Whips, please do contact me down below. Contact me down below. And I will show off your artwork. I'm always happy to do that kind of thing. So please, please, please do let me know. And I'll see you next time. Take care, have fun, and goodbye.